Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Feeding the Ducks. We've got a great show for you coming up today. That's right. We're going to be talking about the Flash and superhero movies, all that cool stuff.
Who's the new guy? Oh, this is that multiverse shit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Feeding the Ducks, the podcast giving you little breadcrumbs of entertainment on a weekly basis. I am your host, Earth 16 8 12 3, the letter Batman, Kyle.
I hate your nicknames more and more each week.
Thank you.
I am the bitch sidekick Joe, I guess.
All right. A fun little anecdote. This is our third time trying to record the episode, so
Your timer's not moving.
it's fine.
Okay.
And much like the Flash movie that we will be talking about today, we will eventually get this out, even if it takes 9 years.
Just like the Flash movie. But I have to say, we are being more topical because the Flash we saw like last week.
At the time of this recording. So this is like
so
3
by the
weeks
time this
ago.
comes out, so it'll be like about 3 weeks.
Just to avoid spoilers of a
Oh, we're gonna spoil the hell out of this. Nobody's going to see that
quite
movie.
a shit movie.
Nobody's going to see that movie anyway. We could spoil the hell out of it. Spoil the hell out of it. So we did go see the Flash. Before we get into that, we as we have mentioned before, we saw this at the Smod Castle Cinema in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, which is owned by writer director Kevin Smith.
Yes.
And before the show, he does a cool auction, getting rid of some old stuff, some movie memorabilia and props and stuff. And I happened to score something pretty cool. I got this hand-drawn Bullwinkle by Mr. Smith himself at the auction, and I only paid $60 for that. Winner.
Well, you're
winning.
You're doing better. You're doing better than the movie. It is.
That's right. Yeah, you know what? This was more worth than whatever we paid for the movie.
Oh my god,
this was definitely worth it. So
yes,
that was pretty cool seeing it there and seeing the Q&A with Kevin. But the movie itself, and this is I don't know all movies, and I guess it's a generational thing, but I still consider the first Superman from 1978 to still be the best superhero movie made. Okay.
Dark Knight.
Show over. I'm done. Dark Knight.
Yes.
The Joker one?
Yes.
That was a good one, but I'll tell you why I like the Superman one.
Okay.
And this is where the generation thing comes in. That movie, they told the story and they played the story out. They took their time. It built. It was probably over a 2-hour movie. He didn't get into the Superman costume till like an hour into the movie. He wasn't Superman. They show him growing up. They show him getting his powers. It was well done storytelling. Now they throw so much crap at you so quickly, so fast. It doesn't have time to breathe. The Flash,
2.5 hours.
The first
Superman was as long as the Flash.
Okay, and it did not. It felt like there was a story there. The Flash, there's so much stuff in it. They throw so much at you and so quickly. It being a Flash movie, I guess that's good. But you can't take anything in. It just moves so quickly, so fast, and I don't get anything. And I'll go into what
90% of the movie didn't have anything to do with the central plot.
Well, I'm trying to fill out who I'm trying to figure out who is the. There's no Flash versus somebody.
I'll tell you who the Flash it is.
The bad guy. The producers of the movie.
The Flash is the bad guy.
I think you might be right.
Ezra Miller. So,
in real life, this
schmuck and the schmucks at Warner Brothers.
Okay,
I saw this movie. I'm like, okay, fine. It was a movie, whatever. It was not. It didn't suck. It wasn't great. It was whatever. And then I'm going on the internet, and the shit Warner Brothers is pulling with this is insane.
What are they doing? Well, we know he's gotten into a little legal trouble, if you will, a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get into that. No, but it's like, first off, the CGI looked bad intentionally. Shut up and pay your fucking animators. How about that? Number one.
They said the CGI look bad on purpose. Who does that? What was the reasoning behind it? If that is true, what is the reason behind to make it
Oh,
look
it's
bad?
because the Speed Force was this otherworldly thing, and all the non-speedsters didn't believe.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Didn't belong there, and we couldn't make it a photorealistic version of Christopher Reeves, who has unfortunately passed away. So we're going to half-ass it and then work it into the movie. First off, fuck you. Just pay the animators.
Whoa.
Actually, you might not be able to pay the animators because of your $265 million budget. You made $55 million in the opening weekend. Nice job.
You're angry about this.
Oh yeah, because then
Wow.
the director of the movie is like, oh yeah, there's nobody who can play the Flash better than Ezra Miller. Do you remember that time when Batman assaulted that woman for no reason, or the time that Superman robbed a bank?
Did he rob a bank?
No, because superheroes don't do that shit.
No. Ezra Miller robbed a bank? He robbed a bank? Please say allegedly. I know he's done
Ezra
something.
Miller entire crime spree. The poor fucking people of Hawaii had to deal with this schmuck.
Wow, geez. I was just going to talk about how Superman was
pleaded guilty to a trespassing misdemeanor.
Trespassing. That's not robbery.
Trespassing misdemeanor in Vermont. Charges, unpacking allegations against the Flash. Assault.
I love when we do live research.
Multiple instances of physical assault.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we know he's a bad guy. But that aside, I'll let you continue to search.
It's not worth it. I'm not giving this person any more of my time. But
I didn't think he was a great Flash. I think the guy,
and I would just right off the bat, the only thing that destroys this, nobody can play him better, is the way he fucking runs.
Okay. Calm down with the language here.
I'm annoyed because they're covering up for this schmuck.
Okay.
So they can try to make some semblance of a dollar back.
I just wanted to talk about superhero movies. I didn't know we could get this.
I'm genuinely annoyed because I understand the CW kind of shit itself and imploded, but Grant Gustin did a much better job. Number one, he didn't assault people.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I like the Superman better. I like the guy who could fly better.
I'm sorry, but
the
Flash is one of my favorite heroes.
The Flash is a terrible superhero, and I'll tell you why the Flash is a terrible superhero. He has one power: he can run fast. The entire movie.
Can't.
The entire movie. What do you mean he can't?
I saw the movie. This is not running.
Well, yeah. Ezra Miller is not athletic.
Ezra Miller and their noodle arms is not running.
Well, the Flash character. Get over the Ezra Miller shit at this point. The Flash character is not a good character. He runs fast. Yeah, go do that. It's not a good character. He runs fast. Who needs that? If I needed something at the store quickly,
Batman needed him. There were babies falling out of the building.
Oh my God, that opening scene.
And then he put the Flash put a baby in a microwave.
Yes,
I shit you not. That happened in the movie.
Yes, it's not good. It's not a good character. The Flash is not.
He
runs
can be
fast.
a good. The Flash can be a good character if done right.
He's a marathon. No, he's a sprinter. He's not even a marathon. He's a sprinter. That's terrific. I really want. Who's the greatest sprinter ever?
Well, Batman has no powers. Defend that.
Yeah, Batman's a millionaire. That's why he can buy powers. That's what makes him cool. And he's Batman. Don't compare Batman and the Flash, please.
Okay, Superman has no invincibility. How is he a good character?
How is Superman a good character? He's the best character. He's got all the powers. How can you be the
best character if nothing can beat you?
Yeah, that's the point.
But there's no conflict. How does that make for any good story?
I want conflict. I want my superheroes to come in and kick ass.
Superman didn't get into the suit until the first hour of the movie because they couldn't do anything once he did.
I don't know what that means.
I'm just saying, if you break it down a notch. Because I'm debating you on this. You're
not debating me. You're screaming like a psycho.
If you break it down to any semblance, you could just argue any character is the worst because of X, Y, and Z.
I will take a character who can fly, has superhuman strength, over a guy who can run to the store and be back in 2 minutes with those spaghetti I forgot to get. That's all he does. He is a waste of time. Superman is a much better character. I'm not going to debate you on that. But
he has no conflict.
It's right. He has no conflict because he's fucking awesome.
But then how does that make for an interesting character?
He beats everyone up. I like that. You know what? Steven Seagal movies, his first 5 movies are great. You know why? Because he just beats the crap out of everybody and never gets touched. That's what I want in my heroes. I don't want my heroes getting beat for the half the movie and then come up at the end and win. No, I want them to kick everyone's ass all day long, all the time. I will watch that every day of the week. I want my heroes to win all the time. That's the way he's just got superpowers. He should never be defeated. Don't give me this little green rock. Stop Superman. It's stupid. They just have to put that in there. Superman's a much better movie than The Flash and all the superhero now. And I'll tell you why. Like I said, they play it out. And in Superman, the first one, it's Superman versus Lex Luthor. Now, I'll give you the fact that Lex Luthor is a real estate agent pretty much in the movie and shouldn't be a threat. But it's a one-on-one thing. All the movies now, all the Marvels, all the DCs have 20 to 30 villains in each movie. Batman Begins is a great movie. There's like 3 villains he's fighting in it. It's too much. I want a one-on-one battle. Good versus evil.
Isn't the first Superman movie the one where he turns back time by flying around the Earth in the opposite direction?
You're damn right it is.
Okay.
Are you saying that's wrong?
Okay. Well, that's what happens in this movie, in The Flash.
No.
Why is one better than the other now?
But because when he flies around the Earth, you don't see 30 dead people in this universe that he's in. This multiverse stuff has to stop.
The multiverse stuff is bullshit.
It has to stop. It started with that horrible Spider-Man movie where they put a pig in the universe. There's a spider pig. Yeah, that is one of them. The Spider-Verse.
No, I'm just trying to remember if that's the first.
There's a pig. You cannot justify a pig as a superhero. You can't do it.
Would it be more annoying? Sorry. Would it be more annoying if I told you that was something that existed like well before that movie?
I understand that. It's still stupid. It's dumb. You can't justify that that's good, that you put a pig. And what was the other one? A Rubik's Cube? What did that girl have as a Spider-Man? What did she have? The robot?
Are you talking about Nicolas Cage?
No, where?
Or the robot?
I'm talking about there was a little girl with a robot or something.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Once again, existed beforehand.
I don't care if it existed. It's stupid. There's no reason for it.
You haven't seen the new one, have you?
No, I have not. And
spoilers, by the way, for the Flash and Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
There's a Lego Spider-Man. There is a plushie Spider-Man.
It's a plushie Spider-Man.
Just like a little stuffed Spider-Man. There's a Peter parked car.
What? What does that mean?
It's a Spider-Mobile called Peter Parked Car.
No, it's not. You're jerking me.
No, that's a real thing. That's a real thing that existed years before this movie.
You can't say these.
It doesn't play a big role in the movie. It's just
okay. It's not the lead character, the parked car. Come on. You can't justify these
that's
movies.
Funny. That one's funny.
It's a funny line, but it's
yeah, and that's it. It's a funny line, and then it's gone.
Okay. All right. What do I know?
But no, I totally agree that the multiverse, especially in the live action stuff, is just complete and utter BS now.
Well, what they do in the Flash, spoiler alert, what they do in the Flash is he goes into this different time zone and he finds Batman.
The what?
What?
The different
time zone? What time zone? He runs to a different time zone. Yeah, he runs to a different time zone. He's in like the West Coast or something. I don't know where he goes.
Well, first off,
what?
Before we get into what happens in the Flash, the movie is based off of the Flashpoint Paradox story.
Oh, who gives a shit?
I do, because I watched that movie 10 years ago when it was animated in half the time they took to make this movie, by the way. That animated movie was an hour and a half.
Sometimes the animated movies are better than the live action.
Better because they dropped every ball with this one.
Lots of balls
because you know what happened in the Flashpoint Paradox, at least the animated movie.
You asking me?
Yeah,
I have no idea it even existed.
So the plot basis of the Flashpoint Paradox is
make this quick.
Yes, Barry runs back in time to save his mother, but because he saved his mother, he never became a crime investigator, so he's never in the lab to get his superpower. So by the start of the movie, he never has his superpowers. He can't run fast. So he searches out Bruce Wayne, but in this timeline, Bruce Wayne was killed instead of his parents. So Martha Wayne becomes some version of the Joker, and Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, a much more bitter and violent version of Batman who's willing to kill and uses a gun. He seeks him out and recreates the experiment to get his power back. There's also some kind of World War III between Wonder Woman and Aquaman. The universe is destroyed, and Barry has to run back in time, let his mother die, and everybody lives happily ever after except Barry's mother. That's what's supposed to happen.
This poor woman keeps dying. That was very good, by the way.
Thank
That
you.
was very good. It was better than the movie.
Yeah. And
Movie.
so
I understood that more than the movie.
And so immediately I was disappointed when they brought Michael Keaton back as Bruce Wayne Batman and not Thomas Wayne.
That is the only thing good about it.
But they could have made him Thomas Wayne. He fits the age range. And it would have been cool to see him play another character.
No, this movie was made for people like me. Nostalgia. We wanted to see Keaton back as Batman because he's our Batman.
And that's the problem.
He was the only thing good about it.
No. Keaton was fine, whatever. The nostalgia is the problem.
Well, yeah, that's what they did. And when I talk about the multiverse, I'll explain that too. But Keaton, my problem with Keaton being Batman, Keaton's awesome.
Keaton is old.
Yeah, well, that's the point. Well, he's an old bit, but the thing was, when they find him, he's Bruce Wayne. He's living in an abandoned Wayne Manor. He's got the beard. He's got the long hair. We assume that he hasn't been Batman in a long time.
They might have explicitly mentioned that.
First scene we see, he is kicking everybody's ass. They jump right to him. Still, he should have been when Bale did it. When Bale wasn't Batman for 7 years, going from Dark Knight to Dark Knight Returns, he put on a knee brace and did some push-ups. So now he's Batman again. This guy did not. He was Batman like 70 years old, and he's jumping around when he hasn't done. That bothered me immediately. And then this is my part where they throw shit against the wall. One second.
Wasn't it fun to watch Ezra Miller's get their ass beat?
Well, yes, but it was. They ask him, we need your help, and he says no. Okay. He's not going to do it. He's not done being Batman. Literally 3 minutes later, he's looking at the bat suit. He's shaved. He's Batman. He says yes.
Well, that's the thing. They had a dialogue thing, and he was still in the beard. Yeah. So he walks over to his wall, moves the picture of his parents, because remember, they died. In case you don't remember that part about Batman.
I heard that somewhere.
And he presses the button, and it's all the bat suits. And he's like, all right. And then he comes back, and he next time we see him, he's shaving.
Yeah.
He opened the wall. He's like, all right, I'll help them. Went to the bathroom.
No, he went to the barber. He said, I got a haircut. Nice thing.
Hey, he did. He got a haircut too.
Probably got his shoes shined. He did the whole thing. That was ridiculous. There was no, you want to talk conflict or anything. He said no, went into another room, said yes.
Yeah.
They do the same thing with Supergirl. First of all, put Superman in the damn movie. Don't put Supergirl.
They can't because the Rock messed up, and so Henry Cavill got fired.
Yeah, it's true. But fine. They find Supergirl in this multiverse. She's in some dungeon. She's got no powers. They bring her back. Within 5 minutes, she's got her powers. She says no to helping them, then says yes again because she saw Zod killing people. Where's Zod come from in this movie? Is he the villain? I don't know. I couldn't figure this out. All it was to show Keaton back as Batman, have this guy run into the different time zones, and that way we get to see Christopher Reeve as Superman, again, from someone like me. We get to see Adam West. They show George Reeves from the 1950 television series. Nobody's going to get that besides me. They showed and they dropped the Nicolas Cage from Superman, the Superman Lives movie that never got made. Part. That was cool, but it's a 5 second scene, so people go, "Oh, they put Cage."
That's my problem.
The movie?
That's my problem.
That's your problem.
That was totally nostalgia bait.
The whole thing was.
At least when Marvel did it, and I don't want to defend either team because they both suck now. But at least when Marvel did it, they actually worked they worked all the nostalgia into the plot.
Spider-Man,
hey, look, about the No Way Home.
That was done well.
Hey,
I thought
look,
that was done well.
Something went wrong. They're all here, and now they have to come back. Hey, look, they're part of the movie, not like, oh, this is going on. Here's Christopher Reeves, by the way.
Exactly. They incorporated into the movie. They incorporated the old bad guys and the new bad guys to fight each other. This, we saw Christopher Reeve walk up and smile or whatever the hell he did, and he had nothing to do with the movie. That was just to show them that
I literally had in the movie. No idea what was happening at that point.
Exactly. I don't know if your generation even knows who Christopher Reeve is. Helen Slater, who played Supergirl in a bomb movie from the 80s. Did not
know that one. I did not recognize.
Nobody would know that, but they just had to get it in there, and they served no purpose.
They didn't bring in Smallville, did they?
They should have. That was great. Smallville was a very good show.
I'm on like episode 2.
Okay, you only got 10 seasons left.
I know. Well, there's nowhere to watch anything anymore.
What do you mean?
Anything good you want to watch is either not on Netflix or spread across 15 streaming services.
Well,
I don't have that money. 10 people watch this show. We have no income.
Wait, hey, we got 300 for one episode. 297. We need three more. We need three more for the jury duty episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that is my problem with that's my problem with the Marvel movies too. There's just so many. The last Avengers, that last scene is just shit everywhere. There's 500 characters in there. You got the Avengers, you got Captain America, you got Iron Man. Wait, you got Iron Man, you got Spider-Man, you got the Guardians of Angels with the tree stump over there. You got
Guardians of the Angels.
Curtis Lee was in there. You got the people from Wakanda. Is it Wakanda?
Wakanda.
They all show up. There's
Come on,
1,000 people.
He died though. That was.
I have no
Wait, when did he die? No, he might have died a little after, but still.
I understand that, but still, there's just 500 people in that scene.
My only difference with that is
there's a half a Hulk in there because he took the whole movie because he couldn't get into Hulk. What?
He popped some Viagra and.
It's ridiculous.
No, my only thing with that is, and this is where I stopped defending Marvel, is that was 20 years of buildup for that payoff.
I get that.
That was worth it.
I get, but it was a lot to take
just
in.
Just because Warner Brothers was writing this movie for 20 years doesn't have the same payoff.
It just is a lot of people. I don't know who's fighting who. I don't know who's. I get it. You want to get all that star power in the movie, but make a good story. Flash was not a good story. It was not.
I don't know if there was a story.
No, there wasn't. There was no problem. He didn't have anybody to fight. He spent the whole movie trying to save his mother. I get that part, but there was no villain. Zod wasn't the villain in this movie. What? Zod was footage from another movie. That's all that was.
No, I thought they brought him back.
No, I get that, but that's what it seemed like. We walked into another movie. That's what that seemed like to me. I didn't like that.
I mean, the actual like the plot itself. Here's Zod. We got to stop him. Was like maybe 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, because they spent and the Flash spent no time fighting Zod at all.
No,
he was worried about his mom. Little sissy boy. Stop worrying about your mom. There's like 2 hours of the movie that is just random stuff. The opening scene, as cool as it was, minus the Flash putting the baby in the microwave, the opening scene, the Batman part was cool. Having Batman in it. Affleck's good.
Yeah.
Affleck's good.
That was the cool part of the opening scene, not the Flash. Whose movie it was.
I would have rather make this, cut all the Flash out.
I feel
Batman,
like what was that? That was like a 20-minute opening scene.
That was a long opening scene.
That was ridiculous. Long. And then, like I said, spoilers, but it's been 3 weeks and you don't want to see this.
I think it's out on DVD now.
Probably
right?
streaming already. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I'm sad about my mom. Oh, wait, I can run back in time now, which if you watch Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League, the Flash already knew he can do that. So I don't know where this movie stands in a timeline, but that was whatever.
Yeah, it's just, I think
they just needed a movie to end the DCU on so James Gunn could try it again.
Well, I just think, as a whole, I think they've run the superhero movies into the ground.
God, it's dry.
I don't know what is next like Marvel? What's coming out? They've used every character they have.
Yeah.
They got anybody left?
No, they're going to milk the. Oh wait, no, they've bought Fox, so now they have Fantastic Four and the X-Men.
Don't stop.
And
The Fantastic Four has been done and failed many times. Stop with the Fantastic Four.
But this is the MCU. They can do no wrong.
Well, they can do a lot of wrong.
Kevin Feige rubs his bald head and magic is produced.
Who?
The director of the head of the MCU.
Oh, I don't know him. I never met him. No. But I just this was like the end. I mean, DC is a mess. This was a mess of a movie.
Yes.
They got to start completely over. Just clear house. Start over. Get Nolan back. Get Batman. Get Bale back.
No,
actually,
just stop. Just stop.
No more Batman.
We don't need more Batman.
I want to know if his parents survive. What happens to his parents?
We don't need another Batman reboot. I don't know how good Pattinson's version was.
I heard
it was really good.
He's very good as Batman. I don't think he's a good Bruce Wayne because he's like too emo. I don't need that emo crap. He's like all depressed, man. You're a billionaire.
His parents died. In case you haven't heard,
it's been 10 years and he's running around as a bat. But the Bale played him as like a playboy. That was his cover. He's playing. This guy just played him like, hey man, I'm so depressed.
I have not seen it, but you don't need to reboot a character every 12 years.
No, they got nothing else. Nobody's making movies. They're making superhero movies.
Nobody's writing
Yeah.
anything. You know
Well, they
why?
can't.
Because
They can't
studio
now.
people suck.
Well, there's also a strike. They're not allowed to.
Because studio people suck. That's why there's a strike.
Is that what it
Because
is?
yes, because they're not being paid for the streaming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Streaming is a whole other
writers,
thing, and so they want to be paid differently to justify it.
the writers get screwed. Yeah,
And the money bags at the top is
the
like
problem
no.
is, and I think Clooney, who actually comes back as Batman, which everyone wanted to
He
see.
did. He
Everyone,
came back as Bruce Wayne.
okay, everybody wanted Clooney back in a
Spoilers.
Batman movie because that went so well. But I think it was him or somebody made the whole thing that the problem with films today is back in the 70s, 80s, whatever, the creatives were running the studio. Creative people, filmmakers. It's just bothering you, me doing this?
Yeah.
Okay, I will stop. But now it's accountants, it's the business
Yes.
people. They're not creative. They're not making creative stuff. They saw that a movie made $300 million. Now we're going to make 50 of those movies and run into the ground. No one's taking any chances in films today. Nobody. They were making Indiana Jones 5. He is 107 years old. He is a freaking artifact now. Someone's going to
He
discover
belongs in a
him.
museum.
They're going to discover him. That's what this movie's about. Enough of these people. I get it.
80 years old.
80 years old. Hey, does he still have the whip? Jesus Christ. Seriously? I love Indiana Jones.
The only thing Harrison Ford is cracking now is hips.
That's a good line. That's a good
Thank you. I believe that's the tagline of the movie.
Yeah, it's
Also, hasn't he lost his mind?
in what way?
I don't know. He did something with a plane recently.
He's crashed his plane a few times.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not very good at that.
yeah. So
But he's
he's
Indiana Jones, so he can do that. But yeah, done with that. Keaton, I love. I don't want to see a 70-year-old Batman. There may be a way to work it in there, but he shouldn't. He beat
to make him Thomas Wayne. That would have been the way to work it in there.
I'm okay with it.
They could have even just if they at least changed the logo from yellow to red. That would have been cool.
Batman Beyond.
No,
Wasn't that?
no, that's something different. Thomas
Okay.
Flashpoint Batman.
I had a red one.
It was
I
black
just-
and red.
I
And he
just
had
wanted
red
to see him-
eyes.
I wanted him to see him struggle a little bit as a 70-year-old Batman. Maybe get slapped around. I know he dies 4 times in the movies. That was a great scene. Every Batman and Supergirl get killed, 15 times in the movie? They just keep running it back and running it back. Ugh. That's good. I like seeing like I said with my heroes, Superman doesn't fail. That's why I like Superman. That's why they ruined Superman Returns years ago, because they made Superman a wimp, just a crybaby emo. Did you see Superman Returns?
did not.
Oh my God, it was terrible.
That's the one with not Kevin Bacon, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, he's Luthor.
Yeah.
Again, real estate deal. Lex Luthor, the real estate guy. That's his
It
big.
doesn't seem to be that bad of a guy.
No, they should make him a little a little more sinister. I think the comics do that. I'm not a big comic, but the real estate deals are a little make him more evil. The guy in Smallville.
I mean, he
was more- a
bombed
little-
California, didn't he?
Yes, for a real estate deal. I mean, that was good and stuff, but just make him a little bit more menacing. He's been fighting against Superman. It should be a little bit more menacing.
Yeah.
That's my only problem with that. But again, back to my point, 1978 Superman is still the standard, and you can throw all the crap you want into this.
No, you're right. Who could forget the ending reveal of Superman when turns out Lex Luthor was bald the whole time?
Well, there's a story behind that.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, let's go. I want to hear that.
It's a quote. Gene Hackman is obviously one of the greatest actors of all time.
Right.
He's a big star at the time. Did not want to shave his head for the movie and didn't want to wear a bald cap.
Okay.
So it made it look like it was a wig. That's I have a couple problems. As much as I love Hackman and I think he's great in it, he plays it a little too comical, and that was my only beef with that movie. It could have been a little bit more mean and stuff. It was comical, and his sidekick Otis, again, who I love and is fun. It's a little too comical.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got the problem. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's not a perfect movie. It's not a perfect movie.
Oh God.
But it's better than the shit I saw the other day. Thank God I got this Bullwinkle drawing. It would have been a bird.
Yeah. It was just. I like The Flash. I unfortunately did not get to finish the TV show yet, but I followed that up until like season 7. And I grew that was a good chunk of my life, actually, because I watched season 1 in 3 days in preparation for season 2. And then every year I followed it, season 2 to season 7. So that was 2013 or something.
Holy shit! Has that been on that long?
2020. It just ended at season 9, like
did it?
this year or last year.
Oh wow!
And so I was going in. I knew it was Flashpoint. I'm like, I love that movie. They have to, and they just dropped every ball.
Let me ask you this, because I'm not too familiar with the Flash, except that he runs. Is he supposed to be this bumbling
No, he's a genius.
Is he? Because this guy's not. Well, Peter Parker is supposed to be this young. He's a kid and he's a little socially inept.
Yeah.
I thought Tobey Maguire played him well as that. He's not an idiot.
No, he's supposed to.
Smart.
Spider-Man is supposed to be very smart.
Yeah. Okay.
But he makes his own webs and stuff.
But he's socially awkward, right? Because that's the way Maguire played him. And Holland too. I like Holland, but this guy's just
Holland doesn't get a lot of time to play Peter Parker,
but he plays a young kid.
Yeah.
He's young. But this guy is an idiot. Is he supposed to be an idiot? Like he can't put a conversation together.
No. Okay. So
is
first
that
off,
the character
to having it's Ezra Miller, it's current Flash and Flash the day he got his powers. It was.
But in Justice League, he's an idiot too. He plays the guy as an idiot.
I think because Ezra Miller is an idiot. No. Here's the thing. Here's the problem with the DCEU or whatever the hell it is now. They're trying to be Marvel and they're trying to make everything comedic. And DC is not supposed to be funny.
I don't mind a little light stuff in it here and there.
There wasn't a little light stuff. This was a comedy movie.
Yes.
And I say comedy loosely because they just reused the same joke for 2 hours.
It's a slapstick comedy. What's the joke for 2 hours?
They used the same fake out joke.
Oh, yes.
Build out and nothing. Build out nothing.
And it was record scratch pretty much.
Yeah.
They did a record scratch.
They did it one time, which I thought was actually clever, is when the title card of the movie was coming in and they interrupted that.
Yes.
That I thought was good. I've never seen somebody do that before. I'm like, oh, that's humorous. And then they did it 6 more times in the next 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
All right. Yep. But I have a problem with him being that. Like when
he's not supposed to be an idiot.
Okay,
he's supposed to be very smart and work with a team. At least in the show, he worked with a team of people who all specialized in their own form of science.
Well, like when Christopher Reeve does Clark Kent, he plays him a little bumbly. He puts the glasses on, and I get that. Oh, with glasses, nobody knows who he is. But he changes the way he stands, his posture.
Yeah.
He's slumpy. He's a little geeky and stuff, and then takes glasses off, and Christopher Reeve. You could see a little change.
Yeah.
You could almost say, okay, with the glasses on, I don't know who this guy. Almost, but all the other Supermans kind of play Clark Kent as a intelligent guy. Like that could be Superman. I could see Clark Kent being Superman because this reporter guy looks like but Christopher Reeve made him look like this guy's not Superman.
Yes.
He's a fool. That's what my biggest problem on the guys who play Superman. My problem that this Flash guy is a moron. It's
they brought in 18-year-old Barry Allen in this movie, and that was the whole thing. There's two Flashes.
He's supposed to be 18 in this movie.
The younger version of him.
That's right. The other guy,
the annoying one.
Oh my God,
that doesn't actually.
That guy was annoying. He was more annoying than the other guy.
Yeah, those poor bastards who had to work with Ezra Miller twice.
I don't. Forgetting all his alleged crimes.
Everything.
I don't like him in the role. I don't.
No, they didn't.
I haven't seen him in anything else, but I do not like him in this role.
They didn't play a good Flash in either era.
No, I don't like him.
It was
like him.
Bad.
Who's the best? Who's the best Batman?
Best Batman? I'd say Bale, but I like Dark Knight, so
that's Bale.
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
Keaton's not bad. Keaton is a Batman of his time, where it was a slightly goofier.
First one wasn't goofy. First one was a dark movie. First one was dark.
They had Prince score it, so there was that.
Prince is a musical genius.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, just putting that through. There's a whole scene where the Joker's dancing around.
Well, he's the Joker. He's supposed to be kooky.
No, yes, but he's also supposed to be a menace.
Yeah, he was a menace.
He threw money everywhere.
Okay. He was a menace. And Nicholson was good. He wasn't Heath Ledger. If you're going to compare him to Ledger, Ledger was amazing.
Yes.
Ledger's the whole movie.
Ledger's
the whole movie.
it's
Ledger might be the greatest villain in movie history as the Joker. He's up there.
Maybe.
I throw Darth Vader, throw Hans Gruber, throw anybody you want. Ledger, acting wise, was amazing in that movie.
Yes.
So you're going with Bale, best Superman?
I don't.
Christopher Reeve is the only answer.
I mean, yeah.
The only answer.
Cavill's not bad. But
Cavill's good. Cavill's good. I even thought Brandon Roth was good in that terrible movie. Christopher Reeve. Brandon Roth played him in Superman Returns.
Oh, yes.
He looked like Christopher Reeve. I thought he was fine. Christopher Reeve's the only answer.
Brandon Roth is a much more comedic. Not
Is
comedic.
I don't know.
He was in one of the CW shows. He played the Atom. I forget the name of the actual character, but he was a much more lighthearted character, and he played that well.
Okay, no, he's good. He's good. But
Yeah.
he's not. Sorry. But yeah, so that's my beef. I was upset with the Flash movie. I'm upset with superhero movies.
I'm
another thing for
over
us to
it.
complain about.
I'm over executives.
What's next? What's coming
What's
up next?
next?
What's like the next big? There's got to be a summer.
Stranger Things 5.
No, movies. What's the big? There's got to be a Marvel movie this summer.
I don't know. I can't keep up because they've got the Marvel movies. They've got the Marvel TV shows
Yeah,
on
I
Disney
can't get
Plus. It's too much.
Yep,
I
I
think
agree.
something called Secret Invasion. I don't know what format it's being played in though.
They're at the bottom. They're looking for like the basement superheroes now. Is there anybody left? Who haven't they done?
The aforementioned X-Men and Fantastic Four.
They're gonna dig up.
They had the John Krasinski from The Office play Mr. Fantastic in the new Doctor Strange movie. Doctor Strange movie.
Strange. That's that come a bunch guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was I like him as a superhero. Once again, they made a multiverse movie with him, and it sucked.
I'm done with the multiverse. I'm done. Done with all superhero movies. That's it. I'm out.
I can't. It's time to wrap it up.
Oh yeah, I think we complained enough again this week.
All right.
Got anything else? Want to wrap it up? Flash movie not good.
Yeah.
Keaton good in the movie. Christopher Reeve still the best Superman. I think we covered everything we needed to do. Apparently, you have an issue with Ezra Miller. That was a. I don't think you ever got back. I don't think you ever came back.
They
from
shouldn't
that.
be. First off, they didn't do any press. There were articles like Ezra Miller will do limited press and only premiere at the Flash premiere, and then somebody replied to that article with a picture of Hannibal Lecter on the gurney.
That's funny. Yeah, it's.
I just
it was
don't.
a mess. Apparently, it's been a mess for 10 years making this movie.
Yeah. I just don't believe that they should have been able to keep their position or keep their role as Barry Allen. They weren't good in it anyway. And I have so many issues with A, them butchering Flashpoint, but B, the director going to bat for Ezra Miller, saying they're the best version of the Flash. No. Stephen Hawking could have played a better Flash.
Oh, that's wrong. That's just wrong. That's wrong.
It's true. Because you know what? At least Stephen Hawking has the scientific backing to match Barry Allen's intelligence.
He's dead.
Still better.
Okay.
Still better because he is as smart as Barry Allen is. He's not a bumbling idiot like Ezra Miller is. So, if you want to hear more of us, you can find us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at FTDcast.
And you're the head of the Ezra Miller fan club. You can find you there, right?
Oh, God, no. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Kingpin Creations. That's King with a Y.
The Joe Pep 1 at Twitter. And Joe Pep 27 Instagram.
All right. And any artist and talent who don't have a criminal record, if you would like to be on the show, you can email us at feedingtheduckspodcast@gmail.com. Take care, everyone. 37 minutes. We did that in flash time.